Welcome to the interactive Body Balance radio show for health and fitness tips.
Welcome back to Interactive Body Balance Radio. I'm your host, Mike Daciuk. Thank you guys so much for joining our show today from around the world. We talk health, fitness, personal development, IT, technology, all of these great things that we're going to change up a bit to help you get to your ultimate ability to be a top performer in your field and to live your purpose with great results. It's been probably a month or so since our last podcast, and many of you know that we do a lot of work in the corporate world. We love speaking to clients all over. We have lots of clients that just want to get better with their health. Our kids are so active in sports, from hockey to horses to jiu-jitsu, everything you can think of, even today. It's Thanksgiving weekend up here in Canada. We're going to be going up to see Caleb play a game. And then we're going to have Thanksgiving dinner. And then we have to see the horses. It's just, and this is a Sunday, folks. We're busy, but we love it. And we love sharing how you can get better and how you can perform better in your desired discipline. That's why we do it. So we're going to switch the show up a bit in the coming months to focus more on, top performers, high performance, elite coaching to make sure you get the results you want. I want to talk today about something that really, really helps you in your life, with your performance, either in sports or in the business world. And it's highly underrated, but in working with thousands of people, I know it's the number one thing that can propel you forward. As I said before, and I've talked about, we love food, we love supplements, we love lifestyle stuff, we love stress reduction, we love focusing on sleep to help people get better, and they all matter immensely. As I woke up to messages this morning on Sunday at 7 a.m., people, they're taking Estadap or their estrogen, and they're like, this stuff is amazing. So bioidentical hormones, they're like, this stuff is amazing. It makes me feel so great. I never want to stop it. And they just have great results with everything. That makes me smile. I get that across the board when people have good food too. But belief in yourself is really, really important. Confidence, belief. I was talking to my son last night, come back from hockey, saying when athletes get on a roll and they go win 12, 13 games in a row, or they perform well individually, it's because their confidence is so high. Their belief system is so well, finely tuned. They just believe they can do it and everything comes easy. And I say that because the science backs it up. And I'm going to give you a bit of things, right? So, number one, I would say to people, and I've coached people on this, you need to have confidence in whatever you do. If it's speaking, if it's sports, if it's being a teacher or a doctor, you have to have confidence in what you have to have a belief in yourself that you're going to perform well. It really starts between the ears. It's a mental thing. I've seen the best of the best break down and fail because they lose their confidence and they lose their belief in themselves, and everything goes awry. This could happen in relationships. This could happen in your finances. This could happen in your businesses, right? Or your work if you work for somebody, or like I said, a lot of the athletes we work with. So what about the data? Because you guys know I'm a data guy, right? I love data. I love data and I love anecdotal stuff. I always look at the data and then I look at what shows in the real world. Having the luxury of knowing a lot of people and having thousands of clients and patients and whatever you want to call it, you can see what actually works, with people. So self-belief activates the expectancy effect. There's no doubt. When you expect to succeed, your brain and body actually perform differently. Many studies on this, going all the way back to 1968. Teachers were told that certain students with high potential, those students later perform significantly better purely because of the teacher's expectations. Believing that you can perform well leads to subtle changes in focus, effort, and behavior. Guys, there's so many of these out there. Self-efficacy boosts motivation and persistence. There was another study in 1997 by Bandura and later many meta-analysis. That's just a combination of a lot of studies combined that show the same results. That high efficacy correlates strongly with greater effort, resilience under stress, and higher performance across sports, business, and academics. Those athletes with that strong self-belief recover faster from mistakes, they train hard, and they perform better under pressure. Believe yourself, folks. Believe in yourself. Believe in yourself. But What about the actual scientific effect? Belief changes the physiology and the brain activation. It alters your brain chemistry by having more confidence. There's a study in the Neuroscience 2016 journal found that self-belief activates the prefrontal cortex, improving focus and decision making. There's another study in 2010 showed that confident individuals had lower cortisol, that's stress hormone. We test for it, as you know, and higher testosterone levels before competition that led to improved performance under pressure. I'm a huge believer in this next one of visualization and belief strengthen the neural pathways. Another studies, 2004, mental imagery activates the same neural circuits as physical practice. Visualize, visualize, visualize. It will change your brain. Those are just 4 examples, my great team. There's so many studies on this that show how you can improve yourself by having confidence and belief. It seems normal to me. It just seems practical. It seems logical that I'm even having this conversation. But the amount of people that I speak to in the corporate world or just come to me to help them with their health that don't believe in themselves or lack that ability, or they don't believe their worthiness, they don't know why they're here on this earth, is staggering. And I say it starts with what I just mentioned. As I've coached so many people, I always say, what are you here for? What is your God-given talent? What is your purpose in this world? Everybody comes into this world with 1, maybe 2 or 3 God-given abilities. They're really good at it, better than most. Do you know what it is? Have you found that God-given talent and ability? Because once you do, then you take that and you scale it and share it with the rest of the world. I know I've said this so many times for over a decade on this podcast, but your gift, right, it needs to be shared with the world. And a lot of your gifts come from hard times, right? Your gifting, right? Your troubles, whatever's happened to you before, and you came through it. It could be an addiction. It could be whatever, financial stress. It could be whatever it was that you overcame is usually what you should share with the world because you're now an expert at it and you're really good. You can ask your friends, what am I good at? What do I do well in? What do I succeed in? You can ask your business colleagues. You can ask around about what you're naturally good at. What do you do well with little effort? And then when you do that, you have to believe in yourself. So I always say too, whatever you're going to do, because I work with a lot of people corporately in the corporate world, right? And I say to them, look, you always have to prepare. So when I speak a lot. I do my homework. I study. I prepare. I practice. I put in the reps. So then when you're up on stage or when you're speaking to a group of people, you feel confident. You have a belief in yourself that you can now share that message, whatever it is. It's different for everybody, with whoever you're speaking to. It's amazing. I think it's wonderful. So folks, if you need help with belief or you need help with confidence, listen to so many good mentors out there. You can reach out. We'll try to get back to you even just with some uplifting words or comments or books. I have about 300 books in my cabinet I just looked to my right. And I would say 150, maybe 200 are on personal development. And there's so many mentors. I have dozens. And you know, I could list them all here who help with this stuff. A lot of religious, some aren't, right? So I listen and I read many of books. John Maxwell, right? Everybody knows him. I have Miles Monroe. I have so many people that I learn from and then implement, and that will enhance your belief, because guess what happens? You're studying, you're learning, you're preparing, and then you apply. Execution. Once you learn, then you execute and implement. So if anyone's struggling with this, please reach out. We want you to reach your potential. We want you to be the best. It's real early here on Sunday morning. Like I said, we have a busy day, and it all starts with discipline, having standards, right? Doing all this great stuff, and then going out and implementing. I always say, take calculated action. Okay. Free information all the time at MikeDaciuk.com, interactivebodybalance.com. Head over there anytime. There's books on the website for free. You can go get them for free. Info at MikeDaciuk.com is obviously our email where you can reach out. And I say that because they come in and people just need some information. They need some motivation. They need some assurances. And that's what we're here for. I was listening to another podcast about what people struggle with. And the number one thing people struggle with is making a decision. I was at hockey last night talking to the dads about this, where most people do not want to make decisions. So they defer and they put off. They want other people to make them for them. Most of the time that comes from lack of confidence or even belief that they can make a good decision. They're scared. What if I get it wrong? Do you see how this is all tied in together, folks? This is why I want to show you what's possible and what you can do when you have that confidence and belief in yourself. That's what we do here. As I already said, right? And I tell my kids every day, right? And I always say, you got to work hard. Kids, there's no substitute for hard work. You got to work hard. 2, you got to add value to this world. As I already talked about, your gifting, your God-given ability. Number 3, you got to help other people. Go to your way to make lives better. Pull out chairs, open doors, give you your time, volunteer, give to charity. 4, smile and have some fun. As you know, as I said, today is Thanksgiving in Canada. We're going to have some fun. We're going to have a good time. I'm going to go do some martial art training before I have to go to church. Then we have to go to hockey. And then we got to do all that other stuff I said before with dinner and then horses. Okay. But I love doing this for the people. That's the thing. Live with passion. Live with purpose. Live with intent. Hope you all have a wonderful day. And we're here for you. Don't never forget that. Never forget that. Take care, folks.